Hello everyone. So in previous lecture we already talked about how to create the editable template from scratch. Okay. So suppose that when you are creating the project based on AEM project art type, by default you will able to get this folder. Let me show you that. So by default, this kind of component specific folder you will able to get. Okay. If you are not getting this one, if you have old project structure or something else, so you need to create this type. Okay. This way, like you just need to, as I mentioned earlier, so we need to go to the configuration browser and enable the template and we'll create the folder, and based on that folder within that we'll able to create the template. Okay. But suppose that if right now in current time, if you are going to create the AEM archetype project, you will able to get this kind of folder. Okay. And by default you will able to get here two templates type, which is suppose that page content and for XF web variation. Okay, these two will you will to get. Okay, so on the top of that you can create whatever template you want. Okay, whatever template you want you will able to create. So let me show you the project structure of that, and most of the time we are going to follow this one only. In case if you don't have, so we will follow will this one, this approach. In previous lecture whatever I talk about, right, we can follow this one. But if this particular project is already available, or is this particular folder is already available, then try to use this one always, I mean to say. Okay, so let me show you in the folder structure how it is looking. So we'll go to the tools general, and here we'll able to get the templates. Okay, so this particular folder we have created in previous lecture, but by default you will able to get this one, my custom Adobe project. If you are following all the video properly, so the way we have created a project based on the AEM archetype, another thing, you will able to get this kind of project specific folder as well as. Okay, so we'll follow this one. So when I go here, and after that, as I mentioned, we'll able to get two template. First one we have content page, the second one we have web variation. Okay, this one. So uh, we can create new one also, the same thing. When we'll try to create, you will able to get two template type here. Okay, so first one we have page template, and second one we have a experience fragment one. Okay, so we'll select a page template here, and after that I'll just create one template here. Okay, so maybe I'll just create here mm, editable template demo maybe. Okay, training. So I'll just create this template. Okay, and after that we'll click on done. And after that, as I mentioned earlier, we just need to enable this one. Okay, because if we create the pages, if it is in draft state, we'll not able to this template will not be visible there. Okay, so always try to do that. Okay, enable. So after enabling, what we can do, so if I'll open this particular editable templates, editable template training basically, then we'll able to get by default a couple of things. Okay, like here we'll able to get a structure, initial content, and layout. So today we are going to talk about this key concept of AEM. Okay, what, as I mentioned a couple of times in previous lecture, what does it mean, structure, initial content, and layout? We already talk about in theoretical term. So today we are going to talk about what is the impact of that in editable templates. Okay, so everyone, here we have first structure. Okay, so structure I already mentioned previously also. So what if you wanted to design some structure of the page? Okay, what component should be there and other things. Generally, those kind of component we are adding in structure. Okay, suppose that if I'll add any component here, and based on this template, if I'll create any pages, so we'll able to get the same kind of structure in the pages also. But whatever component we'll add, will not able to remove those component within the page. Okay, so let me show you this one, and after that we'll talk about different next concept. Okay, so here we have experience fragment available, so I'll just try to delete this one so that we don't have any existing component available here. So if you could see here, we don't have much concept right now. Here we do have only a container. Okay, within that container I'm going to add a couple of components. Okay, first, we'll see this is the container. I'll just I here we do have couple of component is already enable here. So how to enable, how to disable all these things will do based on the policy. As I mentioned, policies within the policy, basically we are defining which component should be available where, right? So if I choose this container, if I go here in the policy section, okay, so after that we'll able to get this is the page content policies are already available here. Okay, if you wanted to create new one, we'll able to create that. Okay, so here we just need to go and just if you type here as well as, so instead of page content, I'll just write first template training policy. Okay, so I'll just create this one, basically new one, and here after that I'll description. If you wanted to add, that is fine. So here by default they have description. I don't want it to add any description, so I'll just delete this one. Okay, and here within the first template training policy, this is the new policy we are creating. You can select any existing policy if it is available. Okay, that is fine. But for now, I'm telling you how to create the new one. Okay, so here first one we have allowed component. So which component basically we need to allow within this container, within this policy, that is the things we are going to do. Okay, so here I just wanted to allow general like image, download, all these by default component. Okay, and after that I just wanted to allow project specific container. As you can see, my custom Adobe project, that is the part I just wanted to. Let me remove this one as well, the form, and I don't need right now. So I enable two category. One is project specific, my Adobe content one, and the second one we have general. Okay, so let me try to click on that. So whatever I enable there, right, all the component will be available here. As you can see, previously we have less component. Right now I have enabled project specific container also, component also. That's why we are getting more than that. Okay, and after that what we'll do, these kind of component we'll able to add, we can add within this template right now. Okay, if we need any other category to be enabled and to be added here, we just need to edit the policy again here, and after that you can select different other category. We just need to select, maybe in future you need a different component, okay, like any other category component, so you can enable here. And these kind of component will able to add only here, whatever category you enable, and after that the same component will be available throughout whole pages. Okay, so let me try to add one component here. So first we have header component, we have already created in previous lectures, right? So I'll try to add that. So after adding editable header components, what I'll do, I'll just do the authoring everyone here first. So I'll just do the quickly authoring. Okay, so I'll just select one logo image. So we'll go to the contain asset dam, and then project specific folder. I'll just select one logo here, and after that I'll just add hashtag here because I don't have any page. I deleted all the old pages so that I can show you freshly this kind of concept. Okay, so login, and after that hashtag. Okay, so I'll just author this one, everyone. So authoring is done here. Okay, so what we'll do is that we'll go to here once again, and after that I'll just go to sites, and if any pages is available here, I'll try to delete all the pages. We'll create we don't okay, home page is available, so let me try to delete this one, everyone. Okay, so we don't have any pages within EN right now, so what I'll do, I'll just create one page maybe here. So I'll just select first editable templates, right? This is the one, or oh sorry, editable template training, this is the one we have created right now. So I'll just use this one, and after that I'll use first page maybe here. Okay, and other things are not necessary because the title is mandatory part here, so I'll just use title here, and after that I'll open this. Okay, so while opening, when I'll open this one, by default we'll able to get this kind of component, header component, as you can see, everyone. Because as I mentioned, whatever component will add within the template, let me open the template as well as again here. So here, if you see here, I have added only one component, everyone, which is this one, correct? header component. So that's why we are getting the same thing here. And as I mentioned, whatever component will add it here will not able to remove throughout whole pages. Okay, like if you wanted to remove this one, will not able to remove that. Okay, so we have one concept. So if you add any component in structure section, basically you will not able to edit or modify anything within the pages. Okay, so it will be static always. Will not able to do anything. Okay, so that's why if you need, suppose that if you don't wanted to edit a header and footer kind of thing in every pages. Okay, so that's why generally those particular component we can add in structure node, and whatever pages will create, it will be available throughout whole pages, and within the pages you will not able to modify that. If you wanted to modify, what you need to do is that you can do via template. Okay, suppose that if you need any one more tab here or something, so you can do in the template, and those particular tab or other things will be available in throughout whole pages. Okay. Okay, so I hope you understood this particular concept. Okay, so structure one. Let's move to the initial section right now. Okay. So I'll just move here in initial content everyone here. So in initial content, basically, if you try to add any component here, I mean to say, okay, this is the container. Okay, I have added one component. Maybe I'll just show you the demo. Okay, so here within the initial section, suppose that I'll add one course title, one title component maybe here. Okay, here. And after that, let me check here. The component is already added. Yes, I did. So let me add AEM here. So I have added one title here, okay, which is AEM title. If I open the page, existing page, here will not able to get that component. Okay, if you see here, the component is not visible here because what when you do the changes in initial template, it will not impact the current page as well as the past pages. Okay, it will not reflect the changes here. This is the another concept related to initial content. Okay, the changes will reflect once you try to create new pages after that. Okay, so suppose that this page we have created before adding the initial content, so that's why the changes is not available here. And after that, maybe if I'll create new page here. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just duplicate this page. And what I'm trying to do is that, let me check if it is enabled. Yeah, it is enabled already. So what I'll do, I'll just create new page again. Okay, so that I can show you the concept of initial content as well. So here we do have first page. Let me try to create the second page. Okay, I'll follow the editable template training again, and here we'll do second page. I'll create here. I'll just open this one. So here everyone, I created the page. Okay, second page. As you can see, after creating only, we'll able to get this kind of content whatever we have in initial content. Okay, so as I mentioned, initial content basically, if you create any kind, add any kind of content, it will reflect, it will render the changes in future created pages. Basically, for the past created pages or current page, it will not work. Okay, suppose that this particular first page we have created before adding the content, initial content. Okay, so that's why it is not available here. If I'll open the first maybe first page here, if you'll see, this is the page we have created before adding the initial content, right? So this, the content is not available here, but for the second page the content is available. And one more thing, one more concept is related to initial content everyone, is that when I click it, go to edit, I can edit this one, as you can see. Okay, if within the pages also, but will not able to edit this one. The structure section wala part will not able to edit, but initial content whatever we have added there, we'll able to edit. If I change the name, maybe AEM tutorial, if I'll add it here, so we'll able to change it here. Okay, so based on this, suppose that when we need to add the changes or content in initial section, okay, suppose that before creating the page, you wanted to design something so that that particular design and that particular structure available throughout whole pages. And after that, if you wanted to modify within the pages something, okay, suppose that for some of the pages we don't need one tab, okay, so we can directly enable, and suppose that for some of the pages only we need this one. So those modification we can do if you add any kind of content within the initial section, okay. I hope you understood the difference between structure and initial content and the concept whatever I explained, okay. So the third one we have, everyone, if I go to once again the template part. So let me open again this one here, editable template. The third concept we have layout section, okay. If I go there, you will able to get one more section which is layout one here, okay. So let me directly jump there and let me show you that also. So here we do have initial content. So I'll just move to the structure again and we'll see what we have there once. Let me move to the structure section. So within the structure we do have, if I go to that layout here, so okay, within the layout generally we are designing the layout. As I mentioned, what kind of component should available within the page and other thing, that particular part we are generally doing, everyone. I mean to say, suppose that here uh, first, I'll add one more component. After that, I'll show. So let me go to structure again here first. So we do have this kind of content, and let me add one kind of component here. Two component will add, everyone. So suppose that we'll add two course title again. Okay, one course title and another course title. Let me add. Okay, and I'll quickly do the authoring. Okay, here maybe Java will add, and here we'll add React. When we are loading, we are getting, just wanted to mention, when we are loading, we are getting hello message here. This one we discussed about when we discussed client lips. Okay. So this message, this particular JS part, I have added this alert message. I have added, that's why we are getting. So we'll remove this part. Okay. Not a problem. So as you can see, everyone, we have added two content, which is a Java and React part. These two concept, these two things we have added here. Okay. So if you wanted to talk about, if I just wanted to discuss about the layout section, so we'll go to layout, and after that, what we can do within the layout, we can do further things. Suppose that this particular component, two component, I just wanted to add within the same line, maybe. Okay. So within the same law, so I can do that. Okay. As you can see, within the same layout or within the same kind of line rows, we are able to add two components. Okay, so here we do have grid kind of system. Okay, like as you can see, if I try to within 12 one basically one within one page we have 12 grids. Okay, so we can basically enable or disable. Suppose if you wanted to add 12 columns we have, so within the 12 columns you can add 12 component, or within the one row you can add four component based on our requirement. Okay, so as you can see, within this kind of modification we can do based on the layout. Okay, so I suppose that I have added this one. So this kind of concept, this particular part will be available in second page because we have added the content in structure. So as you can see, within one row we are getting Java and React because we do have the layout. We have done the layout. If I go to first page as well as, we'll able to get the this part as well, because we are not getting title here. Uh, we already know that why, because we have added that particular title in initial section. Okay, and this is the first page. Okay, that's why we are not getting that. But the layout one, whatever we have done within the structure. That's why we are getting both the things. Okay. So I hope you understood all these three concepts related to editable templates, which is very important for the interview as well as everyone. Okay, so they will then generally ask what is the difference between initial and structure, and they will ask about the they will ask about the layout and other thing. Okay, so please try to understand this one and let me know if you have any doubt in the comment section. Okay, I'll help you there. And thank you for watching this video. Okay, and please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, everyone.